So today I'm going to make a hand tied, just using even distribution with these materials here. So to start with, prep your materials, make sure all the stems are clean, make sure your roses are dethorned. Anything like leucadendron, you can just strip those leaves down just so you've got a nice clean stem. I've got some aspidistra leaves, obviously they can be quite big, so what I have done is just curled those and using a stapler just to hold them in place, just staple them there. Okay, so once you've got all your materials ready, so I've got my lisianthus, again all nice and clean. So starting with a piece of greenery, I'm going to start with the leucadendron in the middle. I'm keeping those straight, but then I'm going to start with the third piece, putting that at an angle to help with the spiral. So I like to put the flowers away from me and then the head in that direction away and the stem coming towards me for the spiral. You can do it the opposite way, it doesn't matter, just whichever way you do, you need to carry on with that. So alternating my materials so that I can get a nice even spread. I've got my main flower, which are these roses, so just think about using those through the design and evenly so that they're not all at the same point, that they are all mixed up. It can be quite difficult sometimes because we concentrate on the spiral but we don't always look where materials are going. So just think about keeping that even spread of your flowers. The bouquet works well as a filler, but also that lime green just really helps to lift the flowers, especially when you've got darker colours like the purple and this red of the hypericum and the leucadendron. So keep turning, keep adding, again evenly placing the materials. Keep an eye on your profile, so thinking about that dome. So if you can see, the materials now are nicely spiralled. All your stems through the binding point should be nice and clean. Adding those materials as you go round. So I'm turning the design as I make it so that I can get that nice all round even look. So once you get to the point where you have enough, I then have these fatsia leaves, which I'm going to place as a bit of a collar all the way around, like that, so that when you finish and when you look in, you've got a normal round, nice design. So just make sure that everything is where you want it. If it's not, you can just maybe twist the stem just to get it back where you want. I like to use paper covered wire to tie the bouquet. So if you just hold with your thumb and really nice and firmly just go round sort of 3 or 4 times back to where you started, and then tie that bouquet off with a nice tight double knot. So you need that binding to be nice and firm so it doesn't slip. And also when you pinch that binding point, it's not spongy and you can't get your finger in there, and you know it's nice and firm. And then what you need to do is cut your stems to 1/3 of the overall size of the bouquet from the binding point. So just, obviously it's more of a visual length, you don't have to get a ruler out or anything. If you're not sure, it's always best to cut a little bit too long, just to get rid of some of those longer stems. And then if you just gather those stems together, not too tightly, and then just cut straight down those stems, so that when you look down the side of those stems, it should be fairly straight, so that you then splay it open, and with a little tap it should stand up. Thank you.